Good evening, Honorable everyone. There is a political calculation. Peter will be Rufai. So, as an a core obedient movement supporter, I want you to just tell us how do you see that calculation?
Thanks for having me. Good evening, everybody. Um, I don't even know where to start from because to me it's a very very sad development. But it's a rumor, and I know my leader. I know Peter Obi very well. I know he's not going to accept it. I know he's never going to accept it. In politics, everything everything can happen. You want to rest? You can't because you want to wrestle power and then you put a light with another something I cannot even mention. Peter Obi and El-Rufai, it's like an ocean that can never meet together. They are two different. They are two different human beings. They are two different personalities. My brother, I would rather vote for a combination of Abubakar Shekau and MC Oluomo than this combination.
It's not marketable.
It's not marketable. We don't want. You can say you can immediately we had a space yesterday on Twitter. What nonsense. And we Peter Obi, no. There are better people in the north, in the north.
That will pull the vote
yes,
for the north.
Yes, because from yesterday we have been, as in, how are we going to defend it with the obedience? Are we going to start from that? You know, it's antecedent in Kaduna. You know how Christians were killed. You know how bandits have been made king. You know what happened in southern Kaduna almost every time. Genocide. Are we the obedience now? Are we going to start defending nonsense because of politics? We obedience. We don't think everything can just be politics. We believe in good governance. We believe in humanity. We believe in equity, fairness, justice. That's what we obedience believe in. So I'm not saying it will be compromised. I repeat, I would rather vote for a combination of Sheikh Gumi and Evans the kidnapper, or Sheikh Gumi and Solomon combination than Obi and Rufai. What sort of
it's an insult to the obedience movement.
It's an insult to the obedience movement. There are many people everywhere in the north that have that kind of record that Rufai has. There's still that in the north. There's this someone cannot say government. I love him so much. I'm talking about what Alhaji Ibrahim Shekarau, respected position in the north. He did well as former governor of Kano. There's this student of like I said of Jigawa State. There are many of them, even though they belong to the PDP or something. You can work with them. And funny enough, this is Vice. He's a very loyal person and a very good person. See, everything cannot. That's why we are different. Everything cannot be politics. You cannot be doing grabbies and snatch anything and running with anything. Because at the end of the day, if you grab power, that power will not be used. That's what Nigeria is facing now. It cannot be used very well for citizens. Peter Obi, that's why that space was held yesterday. And I know him. He will listen to us. It's a no-no. It is a no-no. It's an insult to him. His name okay. Now I've been saying it. They've released name of former governors that stole money. Peter Obi's name is not yet there. Under PDP, his name was not there. Even APC that's against him, his name is not there. But okay, now listen, the former governor of the present governor of Kaduna State came out now. The present governor now he came out and said
Ubasani
that El-Rufai, this amount that he owes. So with the obedience, are we going to start defending shenanigans? That is what we are talking about, our reputation. Are we going to start defending shenanigans? All in the name of we want Peter Obi to win election. You understand? And okay, for example, even in this APC, they could not give him a ministerial appointment. According to them, even they have some things with the DSS, some not too good record with the DSS. So is it with that the obedience and that give him presidential stuff that will
underdog is a deadly striker, El-Rufai.
Yes,
politically.
You see, you have to be very, very careful. Look at Peter Obi. I'm talking about El-Rufai with Obasanjo. He knelt down for the Obasanjo. There are many pictures like that. He knelt down with Atiku. He knelt down with Buhari. Such events like that have to be very, very sensitive. You understand? Politics should have human face. Any politics without human face will amount to nothing. That's what, because those ones want to grab power. They even did Muslim ticket. Look at the antecedent of their vice president candidate. Who is the vice president now? Okay, now look at what Nigeria is facing. Because this is what happens when you put some kind of people in power. You understand? Peter Obi with that man, people, Peter Obi is progressive. But if such a commission happen, and even if they get to presidency, they are going to frustrate Peter Obi. And you know that that man will not be easily contained because he always has his eyes on the presidency. You understand? So immediately yesterday when that news was, I was very angry. I was devastated. What nonsense is this? This is a stain on, because you see, Peter Obi has to be very, very careful. They want to stain his wife. They know his antecedent. They know he has capacity, character, commitment. You understand? They want to stain him. They want to give him a bad name. That's why they start tagging people with him. And very soon, you are beginning to see that very soon at DSS, they start training him. They want to destroy the court and everything. That is why they have tell him, Peter Obi, please come out and say, no, this is not where I'm going to. 2027 is still far. But I like how the calculation have started. Let him go to SDP. Let him go and test his strength. You have seen that Peter Obi, even if his vice president candidate was not a heavyweight in politics, but we saw how many votes he garnered at this last election.
Despite the fact that they rigged the elections.
Yes, despite the fact that I don't want to start. We know that it is very hard. I've been saying it. If Peter Obi was to be a Yoruba person or a Fulani person, also, he might likely to be the president today. But you know the way this is, and I'm always talking about it. The exclusion and the marginalization of his people. They have been marginalized intentionally. His people, the Igbo people. That is why. You understand? Even with that, we saw the amount of votes that he has in place like Lagos, in place like FCT. You saw how people came out for him to vote for him. So now imagine that if he has a formidable northern person. You don't want Rufai. Rufai is not. You think he's bringing something? He's not bringing anything. He's only bringing controversy. You heard him, you hear him when he speaks. He was one that was championing Muslim ticket. Even in Kaduna, where he comes from, there used to be a Muslim and Christian in Kaduna, the ticket. He was the first person as Kaduna state governor that introduced Muslim ticket. I saw how Southern Kaduna, the Christians there, how they have been slaughtered and everything. You understand? So even in Nigeria, it was the person that backed the Muslim ticket of the APC. So, person like that, no matter how, a leopard does not change his skin. You understand? So people should be very, very careful. After we should come out, we have encouraged him, and that's why we are first all obedience and first debunk the news. We know what we wanted. We know what we are supporting Peter Obi. He has never given us anything. I don't want anything. But we know that this man can do something and he has a good name. Then we don't want somebody to come and tarnish his image. Okay. He should come out, our leader Peter Obi, to say no. I know where I'm going. Rufai cannot be a running mate to Peter Obi. Okay. Light and darkness cannot go hand in hand. They are not the same. There are two different sets of people. They are not the same. Even on heads, there's a wide gap. You understand? They are not the same at all.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. God bless.
Thank you.
Between Peter Obi and Rufai to unseat the APC come 2027. I want you to ask people, it is come as a shock to some people, why some people are looking at it as something that is a big thing for elections come 2023. Let's get reactions.
Another problem is going to be on the kind of political party they are going to use, as a vehicle, to that ambition. I don't know, because Peter Obi has given Labour Party a name, a beautiful name. He has made Labour Party a big name to the extent he was able to produce a governor, and the governor is outstanding, doing very well in Abia State. Then, the thing is this, I think the political calculation in Nigeria currently now favors Obi big time. It's not going to be as whether he's going to have followers, whether people are going to follow him or not. Currently now, he has built a political career, and if he is able to leverage on that, of course, which is currently doing, there's likely going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. So, but a lot of people will have a deep reservation, and the question has always been, why Malam Rufai? Many people might not know Rufai as a secret grassroots mobilizer from the northern extraction, which his tentacles are spread secretly you know, without people knowing across the federation of this country. And also, people were also surprised how he suddenly we are running after Bola Ahmed Tinubu prior to that 2023 election, to the extent that we saw his presence at Chatham House, you know, and a lot of things were happening then, you know, and all of a sudden he was not, he felt he was not favored, or maybe he outrightly rejected any political appointment from Tinubu in preparation, you know, of being the black horse at the end of the day, who is going to checkmate Tinubu politically. Of course, you know that politics is a game of number, you know, and a lot of people has confirmed his political, secret political presence even in the southwest. And if he taps on them, it's going to be a very big loss on Tinubu's second term ambition.
Rufai has to unseat the APC.
No, it is not. I'm talking about the structure. You know, if you look at how it stands now, you know, people will have a lot of reservation. People want to giraffe very well. People want to look very well. People need to understand that the fact that, you know, actually Rufai mean well, that the Northerners are not going to use him against Obi's interests, like when we saw what happened between Kwankwaso, you know, and Obi that time as running mate. And of course, we know how Rabiu Kwankwaso goofed, let me put it that way, you know, by saying that the Northerners are not going to vote for him if Obi happens to be if he happens to be Obi's running mate. But over time, he was proved wrong, you know, and he regretted it, you know. But what we are looking at is this: if Nigerians if they are able to launder the image of Rufai very well, I think it's all about structure, you know, and
I think he's hated by the obedient movement.
With Obi's influence, he can be forgiven. No, Rufai can be forgiven. We think because he has been a controversial figure, and that is one of the reasons Ababio gave for not giving him any political appointment, because they termed him security risk, you know, because of his past statement and his past record and his affiliation with Fulani, and of course Buhari's clueless government, you know, wasted 8 years and all that. So, but Obi is a firm leader. Obi is a very firm leader, a very strong and competent one, you know, and very cerebral, you know. So, I Rufai too, if you look at him very well, some people who are close to him know that him Rufai too is also a very cerebral, you know. He's very intelligent, irrespective of his stature, you know. But the fact is still remain that how are Nigerians going to look at Rufai Obi? Is it going to be marketable? If it's going to be marketable, of course that will depend whether we are going to see how they are going to launder that image to Nigerians. But Nigerians to them, you know, they prefer a hard, exposed technocrat, you know, from possibly from the northern extraction region, who is going to complement Obi in terms of leadership, you know. But why the Obasanjo and the rest are talking about a larger political coalition, a mass political coalition that will be the biggest, you know, that will be a little bit away from what we have in the past, you know, when APC, ABGA and the rest came together and fought Jonathan to stand still, you know. But we are trying to understand that this one is not going to be like what we used to have in the past. This is going to be modeled after the calculations, after the formation reforms or the experience they got from 5 years victory in Senegal.
The biggest movement in Nigeria today or Africa is the obedient movement. How do you sell an Rufai to the obedient movement?
And that's why everybody, even the federal government itself, the APC-led government is also talking about obedience. It's all about obedience, you know. And the obedience we are talking about is the face of the personality called Obi. You know, without Obi, there's no obedience. You know, and the obedience knows what to do at any particular time. They are smart and intelligent. You know, you understand, and that's why it is being believed everywhere till today that Obi won that election. The obedient movement actually played a very sweet, smart game. You know, in that 2023 political campaign, you know, elections and all that. But as it stands now, I think they are going to use a form of they are going to study the five factor in different perspective, you know, and why some big political actors in Nigeria are trying to bring in Rufai, you know, is because of the structure that can provide victory, you know, because
Christian in the north might not vote for Rufai.
Christian in the north will vote for Obi, who is a Christian.
But an Rufai Maja seems to want to diffuse.
No, that's what I'm saying now. It's in two ways, sir. You know, it's in two ways. People are saying that he should be at the background, you know, political background of the success of Obi 2027. Other people are saying no, because of his political sagacity and his interest of providing security, his interest on providing, I wouldn't say security, his interest on providing a kind of northern political structure, you know, that can add to the other region. At the end of the day, success will come. That's the only way they are looking at Rufai, you know, that political structure. Then, secondly, yeah, I think it's a matter of negotiation and interest. That's what politics is all about. You know, if Rufai can be at the background, beautiful. And if he's going to be at the background, how many coalition political parties, you know, are going to come together? We are looking at major opposition political parties in Nigeria. You know, if they begin to infiltrate Labour Party as it stands today, you know, of course, the obedient movement will not have any other option than to migrate, because wherever they are, you know, it's just like wherever the sugar is, it was always attract ant. Obi is the personality, and Obi remains the personality come 2027. Everybody is rooting for Obi. Past president, Obasanjo, not all of them are rooting for. Nigerians are asking for Obi, you know, given the way things are now currently. It's like the Tinubu's administration has continued to, you know, fumble and over again with policies that lacks no direction. So that is how it's going to be. You know, a good negotiation, you know, at that angle, we see play a major role behind the scene, or coming out physically, you know, to complement Obi at the end of the day. But it depends. Obedient movements are not tribalistic, you know. But the fact remains that at the end of the day, Obi will be the person who is going to run the face of the obedience across the 36 states of the federation.
Thank you very much. God bless you for permission.